When it comes to dating, mindset is everything. What's inside will show up outside. That's why today I'm going to share with you 3 tips that are going to help you win at dating. And if you want more videos on how to take charge of your love life, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. First, I want to share with you a Native American parable. It's a very important parable because it shows a story of our inner battle. And it's a story of 2 wolves. An old Cherokee sits down and talks to his grandson and is sharing his challenges in life with his grandson. And he says, I feel like I'm having this fight inside of me, a fight between 2 wolves. One is evil, vindictive, angry, frustrated, jealous. The other one has empathy, love, caring, and is kind. The grandson thought for a minute, well, which wolf will win? The Cherokee answered, the one you feed. This is the same fight that's going on in many people. It's when we have our inner critic and our inner voice that are constantly battling each other. And it can either help us or hurt us when it comes to dating, love, and life. Because when you control the narrative in your mind, you're able to take even the worst tragic moments and turn it into a positive learning lesson. Because when you master this, you're able to not take things personally. You can go on a date, get rejected, and be totally fine about it, rather than getting affected by your validation or self-worth and really dwelling, right? So the peace, the inner peace that you're going to develop is the power you'll have. Well, let me give you an example. I recently had a client that when we first started working with each other, he was so insecure, self-worth was lacking. He was just really awkward and had a hard time with rejection in general. And he would get really defensive and shut down. As we started working on his self-confidence and the inner narrative, he started shifting his perspective, because one of the things that we talk about all the time is to practice date. And what practice dating to me is actually putting yourself out there, collecting data, and looking at each date as an opportunity to learn. So maybe you're not used to flirting and it'll be your first time and you're going to touch the person's hand and you notice that they pull back. Then that information isn't a rejection. Instead, that information is, oh, maybe I touched your hand a little too soon. Next time, I won't do that again. So every date that this person was going on, he was collecting data and he started realizing what worked and didn't work for him, right? And I call it like research and development. I know it's like not a romantic style to date, but when you're learning in the process, this is like riding a bike. You're gonna get on, you're gonna fall. But just because you fall, does that mean you're worthless? Does that mean that you're rejected? No, it just means that you got to get back up and you're learning. And through practice, you'll get better and better at reading social cues. You'll be able to flirt better. You'll be able to have better conversations. With this ongoing practice, my client now feels super confident and he never feels rejected. He just uses each opportunity as a learning lesson. And when it comes to dating, having a positive mindset versus a negative mindset really does matter. So it's time to flip the script. Here's something that most people don't realize. When you're extremely judgmental, it can definitely hurt the dating process. Not only will you be critical of yourself, but you're going to be critical of other people. Believe it or not, most people don't realize that when you judge other people, you're gonna use that same judgment on yourself. Stop judging people. Instead, learn how to understand. You don't have to like them, but you can understand their situation. And if you have a negative mindset, you need to retrain your brain. And I actually have a video that I did to help you retrain your inner critic so that you can actually speak kindly to yourself and others. And finally, do not pursue perfection. Instead, pursue progress. There's so many singles out there that are wrapped up into marketing themselves, having the perfect hair, having the washboard body, having that perfect car, that perfect look. Listen, if you base your value so much on your exterior superficial qualities and you're empty inside, you're going to attract narcissists. users, manipulators. Why? Because that's what they're drawn to. So if you want a soul connection, start valuing yourself based on who you are, your genuine, authentic self, even your flawed part of you, and really embrace and accept that part of you. It's important to let go of all those superficial qualities because eventually those wear off. What's more important is someone's values and their character and how it aligns to you, because like attracts like. So start from the inside, and then you can work on the outside to build confidence, but inside first, okay? And when I say pursue progress, I want you to look back at your dating experiences. Have you grown? Have you gotten better at dating? Has there been skills that you've developed through the process? If you can see progression happening, you're in a good place. If you don't, then it's time to start self-reflecting on where you can grow. So I want to hear from you. If you have any questions, comments, I do reply. Please leave them below or go visit amiethedatingcoach.com. And remember, it's never too late to take charge of your love life. I'll see you in the next video.